Yo abusia mama ye nyina yen reason together ewo niama bebrebe ho. Kasa obi kasa bia obi aniwa o kasa because sebe kasa ye ne de ana otan obi ana obi ho ye nahi. Na emom gina bia ene tebia ye wom ene baabi a ye didi kono se ya ntena se ankoye chi en reason wo niama bebrebe a ye hu ho a ya so be ye hye a chense de aye hye. Let us reason through this together. Niama ekoso ni nyina, not to offend belief, Debbie, but to understand where it all began. Say ye timito ye boni ye she niama estati ye ni nyina baby estati fi ya, we are able to help ourselves as people. I am not here to cause misunderstanding or malice. So obi ade to ni nadwene mu mame, but to enhance understanding and correctness in the use of certain codes that alter our consciousness. Obi ani a obejaji obi o, but ade na da ho no ye hu ade na da ho asem a e kan ne dem a ebetumi edi a eno na ebedi yadwene mu dem. Na se bibi edi yadwene mu dem na yadwene mu soso ka ye wie na yasei yasefo nyina. When you look at Ghana as a country now, wosha ye generation bi wo ho. Nkwala nketwa ni nyina tese omo ye security fo. Me nka se nya adwuma, but se wo a wo ya akwala no ye security na de wonya 60 ni so ye security, then what is what and which is which. Sa niama we necessary yetumi ba ye chi ni ye hwe. Se si emu nhwe o. Ye wa ha ye se ye ne ya ye se. Se si enkrofo a omo ama omo ayi a omo atu kwan akodada no. Wo wo ha ne ya san ni we se we ne ye de ma wo ne yaje. We ne ye de ma wo ne yaje. Obi enko nukurum. Se nya asem na asi anko bitumi tu free Ghana asase so kotena ba bi mo bi chesi nana. Sa niama we nyina na me se mo ma ye ntwe adwene niama bi a ye hu so. Ade bi wo ho a eda ho a enye se da ho keke. Na emom no se wo be bi ade na eda ho no mu ani ase no wo se wo hu sasafoa da ho na wo hu safoa no ne pono a wo di be bi a wo betimi agina pono be ye 100 ano safoa ne kita wo so be gina pono achi esese wutumi to obo ase na safoa ko eda ho no no wutumi hu epono a etimi bie na wo kita safoa na ntimi fem bie pono ase be na be ye useless we ntimi kasa bebrebe yi tese ye to ye bo ne ye hwa ade a edi ya adwene mu dem ne hu ne ye be ye wo ho. When the mystery part of Asian spirituality merged into the late religion, the symbolic meanings of essential inner structures faded. Say yenya the religion beto wa ehwa de ni said the Bible na nkasa kora da ho no ye read ye understanding wo mu no eye ketewa bi na yetimi hu say Yesu ye onipa dasani a ogina ho no eye asem kese a ese yetumi dwene ho. Na se ya hwe se niam nyina na ayete se Yesu mba ye na tese bibifo de omu ni fapem bia mpamocho. Belief and dogma replaced study. When you believe, you just believe. But when you study, you have knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you are able to change and move and start anything that you feel you are not comfortable or you don't like. But so we are what say who believe ya, who believe keke wote ho. Obi a obelieve bibi na ote ho no no hwa. Any obi a wasua de no wonim de wo bibi ho no. Say nipa mienu hwan na we nida so. The myth and mystery of the masters were not false. So obi ati ase wo nananom nsam ni niama na omo ye no. Na enye bone. It was misunderstood and copied mischievously for religious manipulations. Inti say ye be complaining about religion. Ye nka se nipa na ewo mu no na enye. Na emom ade na omode aba na yesi ye mpa ho ntoma na ye nkwa ase ni ye hwe baabi a na hyase ni free ba so oyo bibini a ewiase hyase free wo so enu nti na de aya cover ho ana aya polish ho ana aya sesem no ese hu nyansa na wo hwe ne fapem ne pe na obetumi de aya ade a ebeboa enti ene episode na me pese me no wo discuss no. I am not coming to discuss this to spite or to cause any misunderstanding, but me pese ye nyina ye ba fom. This shift marked the birth of dogma. At the moment now, omuma ye scattered all one anonymous abosom where ye say na ye ayadwen ye basa yantia de na se na ye gina so na ya chichiri bi de esi so na ne ye nya nante ene ye nya connect na edi yanim ye nya sante ase no ene ye gya bibia to twene ye na mmom no ne aya copy e paste no eno ne ye befa ye sa wo de carbon check a ya choro wo carbon paper so de ko banka yen cash sika ma wo age say check na nkasa ene ye be cash sika ma menua be ma de ayedi a kire sesie no say ye carbon de a ene na se yetimi hwe bibi ne ye o wan hwe ni ya na ahokyiri bebrebe ba ye so no entiase bia eni ho because it doesn't make sense to me say a continent like Africa ye kodia ye komuni nyina mu eye bibi ne entiase because ye bompa ye fre nyame ye kom ye gushire ekyanyoman bia nso de ye te ya ne yete ne ye nyina ye hu so mfaso enu nti ne ye kasa se momyemra ye chi kakra ne ye hwe bibi because sa shift na ba ye no enu na de carbon niama na niama ya distort ana niama ene ye nipadua ne ye honam dua no eni apam biara ebeda ye so ene yigina ha ye bre when humans stopped looking within for truth and began to look to external authorities ekonomo ene ya hwe ase ene ye bibiara start fiye because ye gidi se obi efri baabi ye gidi se bibi ebe free baby ye gidi se ni aye hu ni aye nya ni nyina ne papa bi ewo baby enti de aye hu ni aye wo ni aye nante so ewa ha bia no enso ye ni eno na me ma ya twen adwene abasi Yesu a ye de ye hu nyina ato no so heaven na ye de ye hu nyina ato no so no e ya de na ewo dada ana efiri baby ene ba ye ade we na mpese ye bibi mu ni ye nhwe obi sum nyame a o sum bosom ana osum nyame mepese yem bebe sa niama we nyina ani ase ne yenhwe ne yie understanding this does not cancel faith patriote ne ye say ye kan sem asori ne ho asem ana osum ne ho asem a ye mpa nkire se ensei ana so se ugidie no twotwene ana ye twitwam it simply restores it to balance ye pese wudi se niama we keka na ye balance ade ne ye balance a wo be hu sunsunsanso wo be hu sunfaso because apetachimpo onipa nom na obo a esunsunsanso no e wo kwa onam tintan ede be na wo ya gwabo mpa ya ba afre nyame afra still zongo nkola no code nko ana omunya to follow Christ means to awaken the cosmic energy sun code structure inside ourselves. So wo pese wo follow Christo ana Christos no a ade esese wo ye na ma kire wo no se wo bedi that sun code ni structure no a wo wu mu no eso ewie eba enhwe se we yo Christo ni we ye kramoni we ye busumsum ni no wabo obi ni amaso amana wo eboma obi a se wan beti sa code yase na wo de dogma na edidi usi code we a ugina hwa ma bibia afa wase pacho Maame and to become conscious of the flow of life through the mind and body we ne yebeka say we o decrease to echi apart from this anything awunimu no eya de foforo na so decrease to echi a Kristo ben asem we na nem pese ye to yebo ni ye hwehwem the message was never about worship but about alignment. Why do I say this? This is what today we are going to delve deeper into. Ye pese ye hwem ni ye twa se nyamesom etesen we ni ye behwe ni ye behu se ye sum nyame emfaso beba ho ye no wrong de ye no kra mfaso wo ho we na ndem pese ye hwe nti ma breki ma hyehye wadwene ana ma prepare wo ekwan bi so se de awo beti bia wo ma no enne no won fa na bufuo so na emu befa se ye adwene because me se ma ye reason bra na ye reason won se ma me beka ne nei ho together. Inti enda no ye kwa discuss the 888 sun. The 888 sun. Eno nende eye topic aye discuss. Ye beko 4 different stages. The 88 sun cult. Ye be share no first. Afi ye wi a na ye ba be hwe the journey in myth. Ye be share no so. Na afi ye hwe misunderstanding of sun consciousness. Ye ba be hwe no so. Na afi ye ba be hwe symbolic code reading. Ade we a making onipa bi otiate asefo asase so ose owo nkwa se wanhwe sa de we yie na oye something else in the name of Christ or in the name of God or in the name of Son na ebeye problem kese e de amaye abusua. A Catholic mass ritual is happening in Accra, and last week I saw thousands of Catholics take part in a grand procession with a statue of the Virgin Mary on the streets of Accra. Me ankasa personally, mako grotto e watechiman. akohu statues bebrebe omo aye wo ho na edi sika to ase de aye kisi mebisa priest na ekoto no ho no se enye bible no se mamunye ohoni bia nka me ho o se eye ade a represent stories na esi ye no so the codes and everything that is in the bible are seen as eye by bibi esi ya journalist for ekotoro so for obi no bisa aye o se ye egbo wiase na obi eni ho nti omo ye den na omu hu ye no the topic for another day. They were making the rituals and festivities of an event called the Accra Rosary Congress. Rosary ne kita omo no. Omo ye congress e de man. This is the very first edition. Afa no omo introduce ama minim South Africa for nyina ye afa no omo introduce ama Ghana. We na ye de edikan Rosary ne kita omo no. Omo ye congress e de amomo. Pato nya nkwala o. E ye mpanimfo e na na ye ntime ndwen se bia I also noticed that apart from the thousands marching on the roads, African people, grown-ups, were marching on the road for Rosary. Pacho. More people gathered at the Lady of Fatima Grotto. The first time I akwa baba se Fatima de enkoko eden wo grotto. Nka nye eyi mosque wo na wo ni ma ho no wo. But we de Fatima Grotto ho in Accra to participate. Omo kogu ho say cho and na omo ko participate. So why are they doing this ritual? E dey nti na omo ye ritual we omo asoa Mary ne toy ana ne die ben. Omo anfa nipa nsimo an represent Mary. Omo di chobi and esi apakan mu na omo soa na bibifo mpanimfo di akire. Emi se ye no toy case na abeda mo so from Cameroon to Ghana. Omo ye eyi ama Mary. Enti aden na omo ye sa ritual we e de ben connection na sa ritual we ni Jesus wo pamocho wo. So the concept was created to encourage and push Catholics to use the rosary as a weapon. Congress ni o omo say omo be use rosary no as a weapon as at for adekon eba rosary no ebe ye weapon for it, and I don't know because we were here not more rosary be more all colors na coronavirus by asori dan ye tum. So meaning the new thing na eba. Yes, so who be some say rosary. Yes. Rosary Congress yes Mary ye chobi esi apakan mu recently anche bia na ehun se nkofo bi so e de Mary esi apakan mu fu puno so efi poso ba bibifo gina wo mo bo mo nsem otondom omo ma Mary akwaba ye pese ye hu se we nyina no e de be na have to do with God na de be na have to do with Jesus. A Mary no ye de yen eno ne ye pese ye hu enti me pese we nyina ye ti ase. Please, my Catholic family, you can educate us. The platform is free and it's open. Obia untumi mbakura baby a obia meba ho. Cause Bible la catch them plain. Se menyo honi fufuro bi nka me ho. Menye nyame fufuro bi no masontimpa cho obi no. A na esi ade ni mu na enyo honi. Ana represent Mary no nko ade ye. We di asofo na ehu. Omo ehu omo da. Mami Grace anka omo asori dadaada. Question na mi bisa no enu nie. Ye hear education, ye hear explanation. Enti samo say amuntra oni matamumra be explain na nkrofo no. We want to get deeper into these things because minimum Africa ya omunya so mfa so da. Platform way a educational platform e open ti me ma ye misleading nkrofo ma omo backslide ti bo modern abra na be kire ye. The patronage of Christianity is at risk. And so, a new ritual to create awareness and stir up ritualistic attitudes by use of the rosary as a weapon has been introduced to our brothers and sisters in Catholic Church. Rosary ni a weapon. Sisi no ya kire omo. Sisi omo ba be depende. Omo apa Bible no ho as a weapon. Onyame asem na ye weapon no so omo afa apa ho. Mpaibo no so ye weapon so omo apa ho sisi rosary e na omo weaponize no. Minim adekon omo di ko face nti ne yesi ye hia mo na ma be kire ye mosombosom ana me se Christopher no me se asori dem onyame ben no ho no nyame ben ya mo temple no so no nyame ben na ho yesre mo aye bisa mo esi omo di rosary abeka Bible no ho not the word anymore. In short, if you have any problem, simply use the rosary and chant the Holy Mary, and the issue will be magically resolved. This is a new thing na omo introduce here. Na me hwe se Pastor Gideon ko behunu waye wakanyansasem bi wo ho a. Eno de we hu. Because eno kakura enya views. Nti eno de we hu. If you think otherwise, the platform is open. We want to know and it is for free. E de ben wo na mo kokku. Bibia ntimi ambo amo asese rosary. Na mo aye ho congress hwe nipa. Hwe enipa abibifo hwe nipa. Me follow Cameroon for no no omo election no the auditor ya de na oya nwini nti sese na de na eko me hye no na ya te se no na enwini sese de emini nti se enwini de na che se toy business ene na sese wan hwe kura wo de toy be represent wo yere we de na me de twam abusia ye China ya hwe de be kwa akosi na ne na che sese de ameken abaye toy business. What I want to understand is, why are you carrying a toy on your head as Mary, and you will go and judge the awesome bosom or your bosom sumini? I just want to get this straight. And sisu so mame. Say rosary, ube chante Mary nini din. Na o problem no, I solve it with all humility. O misremu bebre. Mo amus use rosary no for years now no. Apart from new one ya omo congress ya makwe e dey na rosary ayamamo. I stop your blood pressure. This is just a humble question. A harmless question from a nice girl. I just want to know. This is the chant ritual of the rosary to the deity Mary as they recite. No more can Hail Mary, Aduma Shawoma, holy, holy, full of grace. Me pese mi bisa se mo say yes, ye dey na ayemo. In fact, me bisa mo say rosary no, ebia na wo kramofo no so ho no. Tesba, ebia nso na wo Christianafo no ho no. Saa niama no me bisa mo say e dey important na eye ema mo represent. What has that thing got to do with God? A question no, nobody should get angry. Abusia, mayensi rosary ne kakra. Why? Ndi wo hu no ofun aho. Na omo de toy ni so kosi omo dem o. Okọ Roman fo papa la, ebisi omo dem me ma bibi. Ebisi ni dem tinende. Maybe sa Christian afọ de omo makari na sa de we no. Omo se omo nko Christian afọ de bi egu sak mu na eson mu ko omo benya osteoporosis so ade abehye yen. Na esen obiom ko mpachom bisa se ne krakra ne sen. They brought this into meditation as well. Then you need say nti say yansi bi wa ha. Hail Mary, full of grace, no mu piepia. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Nankrofoi, we no more say no mu say your weapon. We mamubumfo, medical prepare our mind. Say we are not here to cause misunderstanding, and I say ye besri obi, but we just want to understand why we do what we do. What makes this different from cult or idolatry? We edia be na ma eye nsonsono ye wo occult fo no cult. Ana so say abosonsom nsonsono ye wo ho eye den because wo hia toy e wa apakan mu na nipa di akire na wukita rosy na wo chante toy no edin na wo believe say bibi besi yesra mo a nsonsono ye wo mu sa na memu na ne den ene bosomsom na ye den. What makes this different from sheep society? Some cancer out here engulfed in religious dogma. Sadia we na omo ye no eno ni sheep fuo isu die yi. Ni nyina che say brainwash we no. Me bisa say dey mpa ahi na fi. And in fact, do you think you will see this in America? That they are carrying toys. Omo ye bi wo Vatican omo di bi aba ha na. Islam we your question mo bi ebufu. Please help some of us to understand. Muslims no omo tena ono omo se de ho abon de ho aye fi ne chese miniam chese omo de bacteria se kura wo ho na bi omo kom ye pese ye hu se no ne abosomsom na ye den amuche wo we de misra mo pa na nsonsono yeso wo mu ne setes ba ne rosary ne we any dia Christian for ye pese ye hu nsonsono ye wo mu ye den. So why are so many being brainwashed? Adana ebi no mo ya chese ebibifo ankasa pa wo hwe yan ye problem ye den. Is it fun or form of festivities? Ye de je ye ni ana ye ya bosomsum ni ama na ye yi afehye bi e de amabusum bi. Please, all these are my humble questions. Oh. All these are my ahobrase nsem bisa. Me the questions na me bisa. I question everything because I want to understand. If I don't question, I won't understand. Ya ko school e ka chen kola nse ko school na teacher na ka de na unti ase a bisa no question e bi na ato me so wa emisra mo Roman priest ni Roman Catholics am hwe ye nyina from Marshallines to the keke kan nyina mo mbra na mo beboa ye ya pese ye te ase ma to nsa afrew osofo. Hey, Africa da ben. So, for this question, I decided to bring you an editorial of Christ as a code and a memory that when spoken of in hypnosis forms, it brainwashes us because the sun has dropped a code of memory that religious manipulations use every day. Me pese yentu ye buni yembubu ade we munu yenko code na nkasa e wo honim. Na yentumi nti ade we ase because se wo breaking it down now be hu code no na hu ade Africa fo no ya eyanim guase kese e bi a me na me nti ase nti na me se epono no ye open brana be kire ya ase na nipa bebre wa ha omo so nti ase no omo so nti ase se de mo ye ne pa no ne kura ne sen e lack of knowledge, lack of understanding adam wo busum bi na mo som mompa hontoma ne yehu ne yenti ase e ba ne sa ye nkasa ye pesi yehu se Yesu no owo ho na na nyame osen ho amoka no ono na mo som ana eye bibi arape ho. We want to understand. What does this mean for us as an awakened people who find ourselves within the hypnosis of religious idolatry and manipulations? Say na yenya yetima yesi yenya ne ye ho no yenso yehu no pacho say na yehu no Africa for ye mobo yasam na ede nkire say ye ka ye we walk in chains obetinya ka say we nyane ade we unkoye uyiri sim ukoka a wo ye bronsam wo maame sim ukoka a osime mewu ahyew wankwa sori a mewu ahyew eniam ende mepese ye kom deep ne ye ne questions nso a mepese mbisa no enu na me de egu ho no abusunya within the Maame Grace. I am your mystery teacher, always your mystery teacher. I welcome you to Time with Maame Grace. I feel crying yesterday. Where you intro macho. My dear way I'm makani na mbogo wo mind. Usha pa yen yeti kurumu yi. Yenim ni ayeye. Bibisa Roman phone. What has those things and that thing there course no got to do with Jesus? Which Jesus and how? This is what we are talking about. Mo akwa babim. Yo abusia enanso so yekwesia da bio me mankrankra bia achi e mankrankra bia akwaba at the time with Maame Grace Jumedie kese yi so ai me moachi. Today we are discussing the 888 sun. 888 sun. Ye pese ye hu se e fa Yesu hu. Se ye ti Yesu a ye hu se ye nipa bi osan asendua so. Se ne ye nti ase asem bi gwokwa na omo pa aka a omo ntumi anka ana asem bi ani ho a omo pa aka na mi bi sase na nsenya Mary asem yi ani rosary Congress here court na mbisa say is it all about the same Jesus story, the same Son of God story, the same Bible issue ana eye bibi different ye pese ye te ase enti me se me yenye say episode ni yentwem ye nte ase the Christ no afa ye nhwe de ekoso wo temples churches ene de ekoso yina ne nhwe say eno no ani no hwe na edin ne betumi aya amaye so me mo akwaba at the time with Maame Grace Jumedie so baby a wo bia am de wonchia na ebopini wo unim midin dada Maame Grace. I am the prettiest preacher ani o the finest old lady I me ho akondo chenhwe e wate asefo asase so today I want to speak calmly about something that has shaped much of the world's spiritual life, the idea of Jesus Christ. Abeye din abeye nam na ba abeye te say din Jesus Christ ni mpo wo bo no wan body ye a obi betumi afetuo e de aba bekum. And this in Africa, if you say obi entimi nye bibia about it when it comes to Jesus, nobody can stop it. Nobody can talk about it. I had to say reggae. No. Nobody can stop reggae. Nobody can stop Jesus in Africa. As at what it has done, or he has done for us, that one I'm yet to find out. Do we understand when we say Jesus Christ? Do we? Let's get into it and see. This is a topic that we have exhausted. But when the minds of the people are being freed, we don't expect the manipulators to sit idle. Enti anya me wan congress na because see no adwene ni mu eda ho papa manfo. So sometimes it looks like war to some people when you even mention the name Jesus. They know say from coronavirus time now be seen then people are gone. It is only the pastors who are sleeping, most of them, not all of them. Some are awake. Jesus' brand goes beyond business. And when it comes to Africa, it goes beyond anything you can think of. It feeds selected elites and corporations. A name Jesus, no. Therefore, we must also come back to explain and give more opinions about why we believe something is happening. At the end, omo brand ni mu no omo promote. Anio, omo promote. Pa me akaka say the brand Jesus. Omo befu say Jesus, but Jesus is brand, and you know. Enti no, some ye omo pushy. Yen so ye koso ase ye bie nkrofo adwunu say yen bisa ho nsam ne yen hwe. So we need to know. Enti na me bisa some say, sa ade ya omo ye omo aso ato ye before mpanimfo. Edi akire ebesi wo Israel, bibisa mo ebesi wo UK, ana bibisa mo. Because social percentage ye Christians ewo Africa over 70%. Who show UK less than 40%. Ukoshe year Israel ohona moko na musi Yesu kura wu ho no less than 2%. Inti more before, how do you people think? We are not insulting anybody. We are just asking questions because ye pese ye ti ase na ehu ba bia ye be join ni. Ye pese ye hu ni ekoso. E di important e na ekoso. Wo hye me a wo dwen pa wo sa nioma we hu a eye wo se den na ekoso fa wa dwen ma me wo comment section ho. An example of the Brand Jesus campaign is the Rosary Congress they just did, Maka, whose business purpose is to create brand awareness and tickle the etheric memory that brainwashes the masses to commit to the cult of Jesus. Omunjayo. Debia, omu hu se microphone if you omu na omu abeye bibi. Just I had the elf until bibia omu introduce I had no start. Across time, people have built churches, temples, and systems around this figure. Yet, few stop to ask what these stories truly mean or where they come from. Asori ni wo ho bebrebe. Asori ni betu nipa. Onyame, according to you, enebo nipa. Onim nyansa. So di asori ni beka ho aba. O ma nipa betena na abusum di kan. No. Ni nyansa wo for munti akire no. O di asori ni baaye. Eno de beka aye ho ha. Obi aso ni wo obisa question say adenti na asori ni say obi en bisa hwe. Eno ane say ye nsa hye ye da miri fam. Ni ye dio just say obey. For Africa, I think asking questions is unholy. You can't ask questions as an African. African, abofren to me bisa penny question. Oban to me bisa ni kunu question. Ani o sebe papa ejimi awajimi, maame ejimi awajimi, akwala ni kwan. Na ya ni yewure fi se bijimi fo yini na nyansa ni su yini. Aya ni yewure fi. Especially about the brand Jesus. If you ask questions, you are dead, you are finished. Unya yes apa ene wa baba ye me assistant wo hellfire ho. Me aso wa na me wo na busia. Nti wo hwe nsem a me bi se ya nyansa anim. Sa wo maame kodi ade we ye chibia, how do you feel? In my own experience with hidden text and ancient languages, I have come to understand that Christ is not only a name. Mama unsa mi kan bibia enye download so a me ma so na me de ama no. It is a code of mathematical and symbolic expression of light. So when you hear Christ, it is not about only a name. Ese what you say expression of light, consciousness and renewal. That galactic consciousness followers call Christos. Ese what you say Christos template. So what a Christ, it goes beyond just a name. And we have already dealt with the biological aspect, so we won't go there. Yes, our episode, no, that is on this platform. The early stages of the ancient world did not speak in plain words. Yena nanomuna nya de omeka to say A is for apple, B is for benku, O is for pete, A is for akroma. No nya sa na no omuka no. They use meat to protect wisdom from misuse. So what person wo hwe ni anka obeka sa aha na original and real occult starting ye na nanom no mu nim say nye nimdie nyina na sebe e fata ejimifo nti na nimdie ni bi wo kwa na o ma hye ho ntoma nti na o mo kasa nyina ye kasa na ya hye ho ntoma ohene no ada ne benkum so ohene no aka bucket atofom na ye keka eka ho na o mo ko owu asem ati na o mo nka ne saa e ma abofra o gina ho ente ma ne yemu nhye no e ma sabi se jimifo bi so gina wa onte no mfa nko nti ye nananom na omo nkasa trasa na omo kasa na omo afira kasa no ho entoma na enyansafo ato omo bua bibi mu ate kasa no ase nti this thing no wo bible mu omo say omo de asempa no ahinta omo say omo de mysteries na sie na ahemfo na ekohwehwe ye wo na nakasa no no nti na omo de nsem na ehia no esie se de be ya sabe agimifuo bi embenya knowledge no omo mbeye because they be are come say half knowledge is dangerous but ignorance is poisonous so woni ma mobo yiye. They encoded astronomy, medicine and spiritual science into stories that could survive generations. No mo de ade na hyehyehye ho because na odebema omuhwe nyansani baako na mo de atoko ama no na odekọ na ohwe abusua no so sesie pa wo hwe ye generation ya ye wo generation bi wo ho se wo nam krom na hu youth na how do you feel? I have been having conversations with yenuanom na omo Arab countries no cause ebi no meka adan na sem no ebi mo se omo per single room self contained ebi so omo per 2-bedroom self contained ebi so omo per studio apartment because omo sika ni swa nti ebi mo have this conversation with me and nti no ma implement 50 pieces of 2-bedroom self contained 50 pieces of single bedroom self contained 50 pieces of studio apartment my no 24 month project I will be to me etia utia 30% na me hwe wo na wudi hunia you can move in and pay it small me catch ra sofo no sika na mudi egu bank no mo fa mbetoto mo nkasa mo mbeto nche omo mo mbetoto na omo entimi ntua ne monthly like abrochire ye no sa abrochire mutua 2 years rent anka bebira ba fie ye nya ne sa wo ho mo mboa nkrofo no no monye na sori da mu sikaje enim sika bi mobo mo gye so a no mo de akosi bank mfaso obi enhye dan ni hu mo mbu anipa wo mrote ase obi nwuma oto ye enti ama meni ye nuanom na mo wo Arabic countries no edi nkommo na se wo hwe niama omo kom ani niama omo femu na mibisa me ho se ye wo generation ana se si ekrom ayete so omo de shape bi besi ha na omo si obi opeso okobi anko a nipa ebe kono you have no idea na omo kwa bisa se ye easy wo ho ana enye easy wo ho but wo be kun hu wo ho se de be ya wo nsa ebe kwa wano because ekrom ha mpanimfo de na omo ye ya sam na ye ya nti ye na nanom no na omo a encode sa niama yi na omo se de be ya generation ni be survive ye leaders ayewo ahemfo ayewo ye mibisa mo sa mu generation bi wo kwa amani da so amu grumi ana nkola ni nyina dani gays not because of anything ekuro ma yedin baby ayedin oni pese ekuro emfa ye ho na o se eko wo hwe ye youth ya ye ti we ye wo generation na ya dream po se ye di bibia si a ye di be ma omo so omo survive ye wo bi samo. So what the world later came to call Christianity may in truth be a continuation of the solar mysteries and teachings that linked the sun in the sky with the awakening of light within the human mind. me ka se nkyere wa wote ase medical ka to say wia no eno na ye moja na ewo mu no na maka to asase na eda ho no so eno na honam no ka we kyere wo enche bia last week ho baby. That is now being corrupted in this timeline with idolatry for money and influence. This is how our distorted knowledge ye nananom encode ye the astronomy tool the medicine tool the spiritual science tool no say no more reducing me ble 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 e abeduru abeburu abosomsom so abebre yanyase e wo timeline ya ye womu e na abeda ni sika pe e na fe abeye influence obi gina baabi ababi ogina nti no oka de opebia obi entumi nya ne hwe in the name of religion. This timeline you and I know is very funny. This timeline we don't know. Anio, we are so miserable. We are so miserable, Africa. We are so sad. We don't understand anything we are doing. So they carry everything. No more they are able to buy. The other day, na me sisters nimu bi no mo twira wo comment section wo say the baby a me nka plane. Me bie ma no na me nka na omo bete ase se leaders ne nti ase a udidi se me ka ochina wo behu platform we wa ha na wa behwe. E bibifo ne ye di bibie di agoro. Oh, ayaba. AI na aba no ye de ye pictures. Ene ye de ye body ye to achi akora sebe. Ye de be ye na ye fa enu na ye ni daso. Ene ye ni je ho. Ena ya yire ye ho. Ena AI. Ye nwi nkwa chire. Ye ka AI ni ye wura fi how the Anunnakis came. Ye ka AI ni ye wura fi how Jesus story was made. Ye ka aniema weni ye wura fi se sunsum bia pese be control nipa say nipa no en pese be fe nipa body mu aba abefe nipa honam e reduce ni power. Enti yesi Anunnakis ni be fa gold no mo de building body no mo betenetena emu nti no mu nwu no mu nyini. Ye ka asem bi se Yesu sunsum betena ni mu no ye nyame enso wuye. AI na aba no de awunim ene se wode ye chat GPT o se ho ahwan. Me nuanom mintumi nka nsem bi wa ha ba me ka cho se hwe ho yie. Obi a woni ne associate wo ton ade mpo amanipa na investigate nipa ne yie. Nti se woni nam social media na utro comment ne ade ahwe ho yie. Ya yet say phone say ene kita obi. Nti omodi we na brabra mu ani so na ye mu say AI na eye picture ni we ba ko person ehu ekita Africa United say phone. Dia woni ne be kasa de wo be ye bia na de make mechanic say amanhwa ayi me ka kire open ma wato ho ase kasa biara wo be ka e wo ko bia wo ye mu no anya wadwen say wo ye okay ana maka kire no wo nyina mu bom mu ti say phone nti gina ho nom na ye wo say we wo ni obi dili a ye careful sabahu mo gina ha mo ye AI photo wan say etimi media mankrofo efi omukuru mbeso aye nkrofo fi hako woni obi dili a ye careful ade we nyame na mbebie mu akere wo ba me pese wo te ase se ba bie gina sesi ya no ye yankasa ye ignorance ya osha bibi aba control yen anybody nti oni emotions ponu wanya pity ena bibifo ayire omo na social media ne dia ye ne yente ase nti ayire ye ho ne ye ne ho me mbeka we in a plain language in fanchrew ne yenta me mfanko na wusi ho metufu asema make say wan te ase pa dia menim. Let us reason through this together. Mama yenhwe say niam yo. Not to offend belief, but to understand where it all began. Said the American assassin, I am not here to cause misunderstanding or malice, but to enhance understanding. Wonti asiano na mi peje mu akosuru minia. And correctness in the use of certain codes that alter our consciousness. This is what I want us to think about. Something is altering our consciousness as black people. And this thing is not hiding anywhere. It is lying down, plain. What you know to say. We lack etheric leadership. That is number one. And the people are happier with mass product. So what will save us? We have zero knowledge about. We don't care. And we feel AI is here, we feel internet is here, we feel the media is free. You can just pick up anything. And etheric leadership and they would sieve the social media. Now a protecting and said Japan for ni South Korea for ni China for you we lack etheric leadership into social media no so bibia koso ho na hwe bi no mo ho omo di siso ne niam omo ye na wo bisa wo senti omo nimade na omo ye no ade a de course country no anka ye be CV so kakra utie radio a wo be depressed utie TV a wo be depressed because we want to say nasty things na nkrofo abehwe forgetting say eniyama na ye ka no eno na influence na a drive country na ye timu no ye ni masema ye ka na dem ye ni masema ye ka na bonten na say we etheric leadership eniyama bebrebe ye ma ho kwa ma ne nsi e wo media ne so menuanom omo so this media thing de bre ye ne TikTok ne de epo de ye so easy to go there to betumi aye bibia wo omo so de bre ye wa no omo try some be ye hu bibi ye ni etheric leadership di bibi e koso hwe ye ni beba ye ho so no na ya sei kra ya sam ni ye mobo afi mo me ye hwe de 888 Sun Court eniama ye bu ye ni agu na this evening no spiritual hour ye de be hwe so wo ho the Star of David no ye be papa mu abubum na joke na ye too much inti ye we keep on sinking wo ka bibia so obi a kan to atwom te se de ye tua no de wo ka bi obi ente. In the Greek language of the early mystics and masters, every letter had a number. Every letter had a number. The teachers performed a test before working with the Christ consciousness. They didn't just get up now almost say me a spiritual person now say maka. And when they added up the letters of the words Jesus, which is the Greek form of Jesus, they reached the value 888. Ade we maye ne episode no dada. Maye aye Ouroboros ni bibi maye bibi ama. Nti it's already on the platform. You can go and watch. We ye common knowledge obi eni makola akora eni. Let me explain it again. They attach a mathematical number to all the letters. And they added the one that forms the name Jesus. The total was 888. Until letters now, JESUS no, omo the letters numbers ne keka no omo calculate ya, ni na obeba benya 888. Enti abusia, sa no omo calculate. We've had some of our brothers who also came to Revelations platform. I remember Johnny who was trying to decode these things. No, it's something that was dead. Until sa obe calculate Jesus dina. Ubenya 888 ntina meka say eye common knowledge enya ade a eye bibi ba wi bia but enden me dane wadwene ahwe baabi ba mpese me bisa mo asem bi o pamocho ye black people there are things that we denya ye wo ye structures ti say akani awo ne ba de di kon de to ne papa de di etoso no de ato ne mam na watoto atoto so bi ye obi papa na wato na badin African country bia different cultures ni ade ntini ye din po na wutumi de identify ye Inti sesi enu me pamucho ede na abenti a mo wo a mo ko spiritual people no so mo mamudin a mo fanto mo ba. This is why spirituality is become nasty in my ears. Wo wedi wo hu awo unni medin ade beto ba ade wo so awo ba ne ko obi ho yasem no che say anything we want to learn na ya dane no bibi esese yesom adan na ya yesa. That is just a question, no. Na letter bia no omo de a number kan nti omo calculate no enu no omo anya. To them numbers were not only quantities. To them na numbers in those keke they were symbols of frequency and pattern. Enti se si akura ye wiase ayete no so obi wo nipa bebreba ene yese onu no wotumi. Enu na advesa ye na nanu bi no madwen mu ana omo kokoko a omo kwose niyama enipa ne bi eba because na wo doma ene yesi wotumi. The Bible has depicted all these things bebre ena David eku pimpim ena Saul eku apim ena we ni nyina e wo Bible nim e kire sa frequency we but how we decode it a problem kese e de my Bible will always give you numbers and 40 days and 3 days. They be I will give numbers, but as of one be decoding no them fancy. To our ancestors, no munim say every number no a bro just a number so a quantity no munim say a quantity so na a symbol so na a frequency na be a pattern the mom. In the see po asori a omo nipa wo bebrebe no mo ye powerful meboa. E dey na be ni wiase a nipa ni ma e be powerful. It's because we are the biggest because indeed we are the biggest. We have more content, we have more people on our platform than any other spiritual platform. You can cross check. Do your findings. We brought it and everybody is copying it. It's a fact. Where your problem? Every energy in the universe is attached to a significant number that shows its code, which reflects its function and purpose. So when we say we are the biggest, you have to understand. This is the basis of mystery schools. So that to keep certain things for thousands of years without corruption, they mix them with numbers or codes to keep their meaning. Enti won, se wuhu sade ne da ho keke. Na wo sori ana okoya obekun hu ominua. Ubekun hu. Na am kam kire wo. Which usually escapes the ordinary person. Inti sa nimdie binum se no na yemfa ma agimi fo facha me. Enu na de court or court ba yo. Na knowledge bi wo mo mfa ma obi. Enu ntinka de ayeye wa he nka ye tete na. Anka na say me ko extent me ko hwe nwura bi mu na me de nkrofo hwe no ya ye occult group god knowledge we no enye me binum ti no mote ba ko na ada ni practice na mo wia na afa mi ma say enya problem. I always say this is say I am a victim of my own words. I am a victim of my own energy, my own light. I give them light. I gave some of them light to become relevant and they use that light against me. I still stand strong. Do you know why? Because you didn't pay me. I was so wise not to charge for the shows. Until I still have that credit, I owe you. Oh yeah, media. Because I didn't make the no. And you one step ukra me add it to life. I went to yaka. Minimnyansa papa. And no na save me. Anka they would drag me in the mud. But you say anything you want to say, but still because of the meka. Mensa ewo wabra bomunti. Oka ebeba be bo so. This is the essence of mystery schools, so that they unpack the codes and numbers. Nti no mo de nkrofo ni sie. No mo aye. Obi bebisa amasem bi na mbisa ne se wo asam a wo ba bebisa mi. Wo be se mi be yi wa no. Wo nim se mi wo bisa amasem na wo mbisa mi a mekọ akokan because me nso so konkonsa so. Nti Dr. Kelly frame mi okro maf. Wo nim se asem na akokan nya no kro e meka nkire me. Onipa ne bebisa mi se na group bebrebe na wo san so wuti square na group na ote na de na wo ye wo na me se me a wo bebisa me ye ni secretary konkonsani me ka kire ni straight forward me so konkonsa so omichi me ni group ana me ni blogger na me ni obi a nti se me school na eba life man me ka de we 2 years 3 years ago eba na me mpɛ nkwa nkyɛn nyama na me nye by force ade. So when me started making Osun rituals, no, meka ma asinke well with us. So you decided say you best celebrate and about big time. Me nya kwan chen nyama. I am not playing adverts. I have attraction. I am attraction. And me ankasa me the word attraction. Until I don't need drama to be relevant. You can call me relevance. Until me need me here drama. I just need to show up and be hard than no kwans. Anka way. And a essence of spirituality, minia. The code 888 represented balance and renewal. Jesus simply means balancing or balance and renewal. The motion of light completing a cycle and beginning again. 888. Ouroboros, we've done this. A snake no kwa biting its tail. It's telling you that wubetumi asesa wo ho de bia wo da unyane a wo hu da wani so wanyane foforo wewu anyane ade bia eye wo biara no wubetumi asesem wei ena de ya beduru ba bia ya beduru ya bre. When you hear Jesus, it is just balance and renewal. And now so say motion of light completing a cycle and beginning again. ade a ewie bibi na san start bibi bio ade a me ke me ma ho nhyehyehw me na me omo pini nipa no me nkwa na me African omo pini me super na me female am wom the world star number 8 only me. I don't know whether I'm Jesus. In fact, I'm Jesus. That's why I keep telling you, say, renew your mind. That's what you need. That is what is called freedom. No escape. Escape will never give you anything. You know 8 is formed by 2 circles entering into each other. We've done this. Which means the ending is followed by the beginning. And it continues. This is why I tell people, Tie, Bibia ubeye bia wo wiase se wo ye na anye yi ama wa menye bitter. Se wo ni obi sign na nwie yi a menye bitter. Wo ye bitter, that is when you wish say bibi boni nsi nipa no so. There be a experience na ukonya aye. Anye yi ama and that is it. Obi so kwa experience anya afe na akokeka wonsem. Ono ko na ye yi ma na se anye yi ama no kra onu benya different experience. Ane Onunsu benya different experience. That's why I tell people, don't get bitter. So when you be yade na anye year, just move on when your experience come. The other day, me share social media. There are some of these girls that I like. I like them because I am focusing on them. Na me share the omo ye. There are people I have pimped my picky and me share the way omo kona me share the way omo be ende. There is this girl me hu ni de bia first no ye fine o. But me hu ni de bia wo social media na ne ho ye me mobo. Enti me starting say me share girl no, me share ni sa na afi na ma beti ase. De enti a ne ho ye me mobo. Ti see so there's one spiritual person me share the de bia na ne ho ye mobo. Deep down within me feel say wa regretting put the way or enter spirituality no. But ahomaso wonti ohu but me bo mpa ya ma no. Say ende bad. There are some girls I am watching on social media. In fact, let me say it. It's not anything bad. I was watching Debbie because sister Debbie, she models for a shop that shop my clothes for me. So me share no and I me who no gym so sometimes nti oyobi aya me share no me ne nkasa da me share me do from afar. I don't make friends. And also another thing to almost say me arrogant. I don't make friends. I will watch you from afar. I'm not talking to you, but I don't hate you. I love you. I love you from afar. Enti, one ne guy no medical omo separating ye no, ena fella ekoye. The same experience, fella koye no, I don't know adwenya Debbie bedwin woni. It is only Debbie that will know what fella will go through. Say, obeda nyame ase ama fella Debbie nim. Because one guy natena. So obeka say, hey fella die and so Debbie nenim the obeka woni tirim because at that point no to the fella for kra ontie. And as say fella koye the same experience no me kire mo 3 things mo koka mo kan de ameka me for obi antena ndidi na tem. Fella koye no so konya different experience we free ho yes easy na aba. Easy so awaba no fella so hwe easy. Obeka due ama easy ana so obeka say hey the onu so beka ama easy no onu pe na onim. The same man na omo experience what you say Debbie experience medical na okoye de ohun ye na woni tirim or experience it differently okoye without a child. I'm not insulting me kire wo said your experience obi until when you work with somebody na BBC na onipa ni movie on a experience na okonya the person might never be your enemy. Me mo nya wo tanfo na en wishing bad we a big education na me dey ma. Because onipa na oni na sign na okona wo ye bitter no wa block wo nko ba bia enti sister Debbie experienced medical in a different manner whether good or bad. The separation came but she left alone. Felanso so akọ onu nso koye no she has also left. She left with a baby girl. Say easy so aba ni faith nobody knows. But a man you need betumi akire easy nkade e be ma wa survive ana obekọ. But sankrofo nyina so ka bibia ontie sese ne sere a osere no any joy na owo no eye sister Debbie any sister fella ene betumi akire easy say wo sere no be last 2 days and 3 days enti ono so experience ne de God forbid bad things but say easy and survive no okwa ono so experience differently ono so okwa but with a baby boy. So what I say me the omo ye example because some of them public figures I'm starting am come on because you people don't understand anything. Infinity the American in say We all go through experiences, whether good or bad. But only a big experience, bibi na bibi do no nipa ni movie on no kwa. Me mo nipa ni nya wo enemy and which is a bibi born in sin so. A experience, what you needed to experience from that person is what you did. Enti the American ni na any say ye beti sa niyama we experiences yasia. We don't become stuck, we don't become bitter, it doesn't become a dogma, it doesn't stop your life. So enunti na de bia me ka kire mo say muni obi isanya attachment, take it away. So when your experience and now what you were supposed to learn from that experience and there na attachment in you will not go with bitterness. Way a big advice. No motivational speaker in Ghana will give this to you, but this will help you. So be kwahwehwe adwuma kra so omo se onkofa ne CV mbra baby o free no o free ho na okwa adwuma foforo omo se onkofa de fa reference mbra enso akurom ha enti sa woni obi nante na se BBC sa se de metu mufu na break up ne ba there is always a restart. Esa wote ase don't be bitter because of the marriage, don't be bitter because of relationship. There is always a restart. The universe has made it so. You don't need to belong to any party to go through that restart. It is natural. It is with you. Just like the universe itself, it always has a restart. It is let the bitterness go. Na wankasabwa wo holding pains a besel. It will destroy you. And Fabibia and Bauso, a recurring sequence. And near maybe what they will experience, and will be I don't know why I started. I did back 1 year, and I will soon, bomb pie cross a baby bonny, because when you be in your 70 baby bonny in Sinisu. Debbie, it doesn't work like that. Abrabono, the ubefem be ubefem. We yet denya, whatever happens to you will end, and you will restart again. Whatever happens to you will end and it will start again. Until you won't choice said they are happening to you. You don't want to restart again. It will disturb you. That is a fruit of bitterness. So we are bitter there. Minia, we are bitter. You block your life. Because the but start to this is why the early writers associated Christ with the Son. It is a who Christ and now the Son of God we are now. Eko na saba, eko just and now restart it. And now restart it. You can change your life. Until Jesus here renewal and balance. See, as I said, the Abanebaba, no move on. Way who Christ Ninchira sieni, into no associate Christ, say Son. Now one done in a way. Yako school ye beko nyinara. Every this simple thing, a black man has never been able to understand this. Still ye exercises and you may wo TV ni radio anyway so ahumti. What do you want to mean to this simple calculation a bigger problem for us. The sun rises, reaches its height, sets and returns. No matter how huge a storm is, it will surely get to the shore. Why are you disturbing yourself? An endless pattern of life through death and rebirth. We are there. We are we are young. It is a eka Jesus. No almost relating with the Son. No more relating with blood, because a riano and a yemoja and nam yemuno. What I say? A riana and a yesumoja, and yemoja be a good cavalry, who quackofana, and cut a walk rank a dog of me, and carrying tama, in fact, and compete to crack on them. Say, Jesus, we are talking about 8. When we talk of 8, we are talking about the sun or the light. When we talk of the sun or the light, we are talking about the blood. Because medical catches a riano and no yemoja and namumu. And then wako school be saying. Now, dear, we a big problem. Name penny for Motswak chobi. Egu ye nimasi say. Hey, enyezio. Every day the sun comes and that's it again. Obeko, obeba. The sun keeps reincarnating all the time. We so abeye problem and reincarnation so ayasem Kristo ewu enyane obibini enti ase Kristo na ye ewia no na ewia na wo ho na ye moja no nti ye ka Yesu ne yaka ne moja na yaka wewu ne wanyane ne yaka te se eye story esi wo ho Ghana hakra journalist kese ye be ne wa na okọ ho na okọ cover ye da ben minianom da ben. What is the difference about 8? What's the difference about Jesus? What's the difference about son? What's the difference about blood? The same thing. If we are not, that's the son. The Son of God. Oh my God. Humtio. Oka Yesu ewu nyane. Enti ase say de ewiane na asan aba. Enye da. Yesu moja. Last week I told you that when they spoke of the Son of God, they were speaking of the Son of the skies. It's just the lazy O. The rhythm of light that sustains all forms. What else do you want to hear? Onyo Kristo ni nkwa no hu awia. Enya kremoni ne hu awia. Enya bosomsum ni nkwa no hu awia. ATS hu awia, obiye hu awia. You don't need to belong to nothing to experience the sun. You don't need to belong to nothing to have the blood. Obewa eye moja no. Nti no ba anyim kra na ni moja stop it. All this thing, Christ is born, the death of Christ, and all is about the sun that is hanging up there. Christo for say entia se da. Ye be gum wani asese ye African fo yi. Andre ya na mo call rapture. Sesi ye the Rosary Congress. Mo mechire ye mo bi ana menti ase. Ghana fo mamu nyina ya akọ. Mamu nyina ya akọ ne dupon bi etutu. Hey! Enye maami ya. Anka me dan ya misi ye nyina anko be ma bi anafu adowa bi abeje abonebo because ekromu ha no na nka oba ntumi nto asase nsi dan. No matter what you feel, ebinum abeye bi. Ebinum abeye bi. Say a former first lady. Wakano konwa to nechi. Otia ne nechi. May her soul rest in peace. Such a strong and a powerful woman. Ade wa shasi bia wa wiye wa yene de. Ode aba wiye. May her soul rest in peace. Edio, we are mourning. I pray say onyame de ne kra. Asata na mo so ye kan. Ebesi yi. Edio. This is not about rejecting Christos theory of spirituality. No. It is about reading it correctly. That's what you see. Because at the end of one year, net yape ebeya de foforo. A card de foforo no one tia see ebedi unya. Emfa ho se wunim. The ancients wrote in symbols because they wanted us to study, not just to believe. Because no munim sa ade onipa ye ho adwuma, ade onipa bre ho, ade onipa tenase, no sua ye, ade onipa taking the time no ni nyini ye no, e ka nipa ni mogya mu. Na ade obetumi de agya wo bampo obi entimi ngin free ni nsem education. That is why a doctor will not die for neighbor to use ne papa certificate. Na ye nananom omote sa ade ewi ase. Inti no mo say ye nsua de eme ye ngin di keke because wo sua de a na wo nimde na se wo nimde a wo na utumi bobra na se utumi bobra wo na utumi hwekurosu etumi hwefie so we Bible akacho say lack of knowledge my people perish firi ko wie fi ho e no de brew na wo nananom omoma wo sua one can't say just gidie e ye shortcut in person make say e ye agimifo asem me nka sa because me buade because they know when you go through study and you have knowledge, you can conquer anything and everything. Bibie ni we betwa fa so asase so ewiase ayetimu ni nyinara bibie ni wono ma suche nimde me na mka me kire wo ti Bible ka kire wo so munni bia obehwe ase you perish. There is nothing powerful than knowledge in this universe. Ntino ye nananom no mo ka kire yen se ma ye believe keke we should study and show ourselves approved because suehunu ene menipa nimdie na nimdie nsoso ene bu wiase na nimdie nyina mu netumi wo. If you want to do spirituality and you are believing and you are drinking all sort of forget, you must study. So when you follow a group of people marching for an idol Mary because of Jesus, I am not saying go to hell for that. It's your wahala. I am trying to open your inner eye to the truth behind the lie. Because looking at Jesus, it has got nothing to do with Mary. It has got nothing to do with what you people are doing. Maybe I don't understand, so I am just drawing our attention so we will all look into this. And all the pastors watching me, that thing that happened, what was that? Is it part of your Bible? I am just trying to show you something small. Don't just follow. Question it. Investigate. Understand it. Make sure say your mind is clear about adekun follow no. Make sure say you have given yourself mental honesty. And yes, adia baby enami ye hu omobo. And guase ne yados. Now let's look at the journey in myth. If you have followed me for long, you will know that we have been enlightened to know that long before Christianity, many ancient civilizations had different divine births and ascending masters. And ye super no ascended master. We all know this. This is a common knowledge. For instance, Horus was in Kemet. We all know. Mitra was in Persia. And Krishna was in India. All these people are ascended masters. Each was born from a virgin, each linked with light, each rising from death. Go through this. I don't know why you people will not say Kwame Nkrumah wunumpo wenyane. Ne yanso yen kreti ye de na nke fanhwe ye how far. Ye de bibi pa bia ntumi free ham ba ada high Nazareth ana. Na yen say koraka say Jesus free wo bai. These were not copies of each other, but parallel expressions of the same pattern. That's what I say. Adam yen to me expressing your own pattern. Yen so yen gaini and I am benefiting. Ye free ha. Ne yako India akosua de ne ye de aba ye ba ye se ye yese ye be ko Persia ne yakosua de ne ye de aba ye be ko Peru ne yakosua ayahuasca ne ye de aba ne tete hankasa de lawu ye ntiase say bibi wa hanoma ye pattern to also learn from it. The rebirth of consciousness, the renewal of the mind. The Bible has said this. This simple thing is a bigger problem for Africans. Are we cursed? Yetihana shire ye twa ye ho an ye hwehire gu yeso itwa da ni na konfo nya broken heart bosun na ntumi enku be man obi e medidi mata. I'm just asking though, how can you get broken heart? Bosun is wo ye den bosun me yere pa no bia betwi ni condemn wasan akọ bosun na tenase. I just want to understand though, it's just a question. Well, there are theories and spiritual opinions that point to the fact that modern religions mimicked most of these pantheons of Messiah stories. But that's not what we are talking about here today. Yes, encrophobia mimic be no match no, but on the other hand, when Greek and Egyptian scholars in Alexandria compiled their teachings, they formed a unified story that used one human figure to represent this universal cycle of the 888 sun code. Omuko omumiti ni na ana omuka ni amagbo mu na omufa nipa ba akugina ho ana omudi code ni to ne so bam. By doing so, what was once science and philosophy became religion. That is Jesus. The myths and mysteries of the masters were not false. It was misunderstood and copied mischievously for a religious manipulations. So those who are complaining about religion should tell the people this. When we problem no, why not? When we complain of religion, we are not actually saying you should stop because but what we are saying is that London Bridge is falling down. Mun stop ise mu deceive mo. Na mo bra back kakra na mun sua otabel. Mun ko atate enche nko sua nyansa. Mun ko no no nkyere mo. The Christ story carries meaning only when you see it as an allegory for the light that is not outside of you. So obenya mfaso bi afri Yesu edin ni mu a ade se wahu ni se ye gya bi ati mu ma kire wagya no emoja awia eni ade to the son of God look no further inside straight umuna moja ne wo because moja epia ba abontimpo de na asay. But the one living inside of you and all people and this the Bible has made it clear or say Christ in me, the hope of glory. Why are you looking for Christ in the woods? But most importantly, It shows the era of the timeline you are in. Baby, ujina no. Ena abema wate ade we ase. Se ujina eho ene. Na utumi ka se di onipa beye wo wiase so hwe wiase nipa nyina mpo no wambefa Christ anya ne kra ene naje nkwa a onko heaven a. That is a timeline you are standing. Minim timeline ko. Meaning that in this timeline there is the capacity to die to ignorance and rise into knowledge. Eno na obeti ase se uko Kristo mu oda na wo sori a na afa wanyane. Unim but wobetumi ahwehwe nimdie no. Ugitum saa na ebeboa. Ma ugitum so ye nipa bi ogina ba bi dia wo omobo. Na ye wo so obi betumi aye bibia na wamfa ne de ene enya de otumi kasese ye ntwa okote a. Wonko osoro aheniem. And this timeline, your timeline is so cool. Stand there. You can die in ignorance and wake or arise into knowledge. It's a choice. Into the wujina mubiara. Oh, what choice to make. And the universe has made it straight, clean and plain, free for you. It's a choice you have to make. You can decide to be static. It's a choice. You can decide to move on. It's a choice. You can decide to be bitter. It's a choice. And your choice. You don't have to pay for anything to make that choice. It's all about the renewal of your mind. Yesu ewe nyane ya wo foforo. This is it. Ewiana koto asanya babium. What is the problem? Instead of joining a possession for a human being who died thousands of years ago, do that for your inner energy that can die in ignorance and wake in consciousness. This is what I'm preaching. This is what I am preaching to you. Ujina ho twen Yesu, Mary no waye ne toy. No. This is what you should do. We na makasa ma mimute. Mimini mu nyina ya meye. Eye we yo. We na makasa any unnecessary bashing. Mama mi kom o media ne so. And this is taught with the pattern of the Son of God. And we are not that's one. The Christ theory, not Obroni Messiah. Pacho, get this straight for me. When the mystery part of ancient spirituality merged into the later religions, the symbolic meanings of essential inner structures faded. Belief and dogma replaced study. Now we believe. Now we believe. The depiction of disciplines in spiritual teachings that once guided the mind inward was transformed into religious rituals directed outward. This is the damage that happened to us. We don't talk. We are not talking because we are poor. We are not talking because we want food. We are not talking because we want you to hear. We are talking so we are able to go back a little bit and find out. Because we all know what we are doing. We are not getting any benefit. The Bible has told you this. Or say it is only a fool who doesn't change his mind. And I mean, this shift marked the birth of dogma. Sa adani way, sa poison way, and edi enkoto baby ayen to me explaining. When humans stopped looking within for truth and began to look to external authorities, understanding this does not cancel faith. Asama mekei. And say faith everywhere. It simply restores it to balance. Say faith, we are saying restore its balance. So we are able to get the benefit. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with what I'm saying? Let's look at misunderstanding of sun consciousness. Let's look at this. If the sun in the sky is the outer symbol of life, then the Christ within is us. Tieniye, medical cultural. You were macro universe and you were micro universe. Jesus said something or say I and my Father are one. Tie, my culture say would nipa na woto wono. Wona we bibia uhu etwa wo ho ahia. You are the reflections of everything you see. Pacho ti we yase fama me. Say yetimiti we yase a we are able to help ourselves. Nti say yehu awia na eda soro ho no. Say oni na ye the Son of God no. Na say no na ye symbol of life there. And ye na Christ within us. Moja na ewo yemu awia na ewo yemu no. is the inner God. We na beye asem kesiye. Sound consciousness is the state of awareness that shines even when circumstances darken around you. This is what we call sound consciousness. Every person carries this light at the center of their being. Obi aniwa moja ni mu a wonkwa. So wuti Yesu, na wuti Yesu moja, na wuti wewu asori a. Eye wia na eda soro no, emoja na enam wo mu no. Obi aniwa wonkwa. Ti se kase Yesu moja na age wonkwa a, ewia na eda soro ni wo moja ewo mu, eno na age wonkwa. Aden. It is not owned by any religion. Ewia na eda soro nyo bia dia. Enyo bia dia. Ah, se wan ba mbeye Christonia, wan be fa Christo anya okra na waje nkwa. Unkwa heaven, 90 by force. It's a lie. Tell them I say so. Minam kai. Hail Mary ritual. Or obroni Jesus. Enyo bia dia. Yesu onye Mary dia. Nti na meka se ebia dia making. Wa huntirete mu amato the son of God na that's why ya Mary dia. Obi ambono. This is a fact of consciousness beyond your opinion. Say anything you want to say, I don't care. Yesu oye den ya Mary dia. Ah, what obi bini. Ah, adana mo yesa. I just don't know why this is still happening. Openly, grown up people practicing this. Last. Tina me say you open be chirechirim. Ebi ana me nte ase. Ana eye bibi amoyi ai na mo ye ni sese ana. Mo de ne ye toys. Edua so. Sa muni ndua de. Mabusu mu ina ndua no masensen sese ai no so masensen ndua de. Hey, Africa. Therefore, whenever paganistic religious rituals operate within these 888 sound codes, your mind is automatically tuned to it. This is what they are doing to you. Rosary Congress indeed. We want to understand. Nobody should get angry. I'm asking questions. I wish I can call it mind games. Because what is this? But like I said, maybe a different Jesus as them. So the platform is open for them to come and teach us. When these things need to happen, it touches your psyche through inner control. I say again, it is not about truth or lie. It is about connecting the right codes and energy to gain a needed result. This is it. So what result have you people gotten so far since you started some more see rosary besine? A question. Don't get angry. So thousands may join such ritualistic procession without their own inner will. Something is pulling them and if this is the Son of God, if this is the Jesus, if this is the blood you people are preaching and drinking, then what has this got to do with Mary? A lie has been wrapped in cosmic truth and combined with powerful coding to activate a mass hypnosis. And Africa, they are firing 100%. Are fired to serve rapture. No? Are firing at the year. Then swear quiet or the year. You have to be a high functioning person to withstand these powerful codes of control. This is what Africa can work on. So they are able to help themselves. But what are we doing? We are suffering for nothing. We are rather pampering what is messing our minds or heads up. We keep struggling and keep doing that same thing. No benefit, no help. These people have nothing. They are using this course and making it. You're running, leaving this such a land, going there. They are chasing us out. Idea when we are sending emails say you revoke it. No, say oh no Johnny. Because if you want to obey them, yenti bibi the way we are sending running, ye hunso ti yentumi mboa ye ho. Ye yes aniyama we rosary this 21st century. People who use these powerful ancient codes are aware and know that the power of 888 was both physical and spiritual, visible and invisible. This is what is used against Africans. Lack of etheric leadership and joking with spirituality. This is where we've gotten to. Those who break the code of the Star of David, they manipulate us. All the banking systems, filling stations, they work at the end of the ube catch me say me ne ba me nka ni plane me nka nkyere wo no mo be fa platform ni nko kasa maka nyina untumi nti ase ma me odo aka kyerɛ say me platform no go through time just say bibia wo so bi aye organic yengu ye hu fi we been consistent me kasa kyerɛ wa bebu me nua ba ma kasa bi a meka biara no na meka ye nyina ye ti say phone a ye da ho omunim bibia you can't hide nothing. Nkrofo ya omunim code ya omu using, they have nothing, but they keep winning because omu use code no way yes. Na ye de yet ya na ye perish because we lack knowledge. Oh, Africa. The masters who encoded the secrets, they know. Omunim. For them, the sun was not an object of worship. They know. And I know some of these pastors know. But a reminder that life renews itself consciously every time. They know. This is the Son of God. Oh. This is the Son of God. This is Jesus. This is the code 888. This understanding traveled into later religions, though its roots were forgotten or deliberately taken out to control. Adie we unima opese usia ubesua na wade wo ho opese sebe unyo odwan so a obegina ho amaya control. This is very simple. Oh, Africa. Inim ni amenka o. Symbolic code reading. Ye hwe no so me ye ne fast ne yeko. Someone will ask, is Maame Grace a mathematician? School na henam koi. Me bo words na bra mbere wo studio. You have no idea. Kwabrani si mapampe me ka say was say. Why all these codes? Is she saying we should understand all these? Oh yes, oh. Anna, what do you think? I am not a mathematician, but I will tell you this. Me a mathematician. But I we actually. When symbolic teaching like Jesus becomes literal dogma, like Christianity and rituals like the Hail Mary idolatry, it totally loses its power. Say yenya dream sa dream way. Say Jesus no. Or ye just your Christopher hunu any rituals he Hail Mary the bosom sumuya. Not I didn't the whole code do not losing the power and losing the grip. It hurts so much. South Africa 40 way. So you will waste all your time on what you are doing. But because you are doing it wrongly, Rome is a small place, the Vatican, but they are more richer. They don't do what you are doing. And I'm a Uko England 40%, Africa 70%, Uko Israel less than 2%, and a year Christopher. But look at them and look at you. Are you sure you are connected with what you are doing? Do you have the knowledge? You have the code? You can trigger the frequency for your benefit? No. So when you come for chobi we nyanya we ni ankasa. You don't have the evidence in the Zongo. You don't have it in the where? It's so sad. Instead of seeing the inner sun as a symbolic source of your recurring rebirth of life, people began to imagine a distant heaven. They are waiting for a rapture. Rapture. And so we keep singing one song in the church. Christians, are you people confused or you are okay? Yesterday is gone. Another day has come. Do something new in my... You know yesterday is gone, another day has come. Something new will still come. And now it will bring something new. But you are waiting for somebody to do it for you. Bele, obata jeme. Obata jeme no do na fe ba fe fla. Minimin kebo. Eba fe fla. Instead of studying nature, they built walls around belief. And they shame. Honyami. Wafwe. Ye wa yeda. Diawo. Ye Maame. Concepts. This is how religion lost connection with the earth and became blind idolatry and dogma. This is where we are. To follow Christ means to awaken the cosmic energy sound code structure inside oneself. If you want to follow Christ, this is it. And to become conscious of the flow of life through the mind and body. This is what is called follow Christ, and our Christ fellowship, a Christ follower. Who you know how to heaven? Tajeme, ledenche ni egweba. Eke eba 2000 years eba ho. Still wana akole. Oh tajeme. The message was never about worship, but about alignment. Africa, why? This simple thing with all your education. The number 888 is not magic. What's the rosary name for your ha? And cause magic be say Jesus we no more can. It is rhythm. The rhythm of light appearing and disappearing and returning. I don't know. This is very simple. Christ is not a person to be awaited. It is a pattern to be lived. Every time you are waking from confusion, you experience resurrection. And you, how do you wake up? How do you wake up? This is the true gospel. You should preach it to the people. Say, yena se me kan say na mo say me ye we a me bisa me ni asori me ni group kura me ni bi. Ana me mfiri obi aso so mra me ho. So who na me send a message am na their mom because you have them and I'm happy. Nim the enti amuni humility to you know what I'm saying. Knowledge that frees the mind from fear of using the rosary as a weapon and restores connection to inner power. That is what I am giving to you. It belongs to no nation, no church, and no doctrine. And we are not belonging to anybody. It belongs to awareness itself. Because that is what it is. Moja will be a muso ye Christo ni so ye din. Inte enyo bia na the Son of God ye ne dia. It belongs to awareness. Be aware of all this knowledge and see. Be careful and see when you are being shepherded by hungry religions. Be very careful. The kind religions are so live with that balance. That's what you need. That is what is called the Son of God. If you want to follow Christ, this is it. 2 hours video we post, and in 2 days over 10,000 people are watching. For people to sit on your social media and watch 2 hours video, it tells the knowledge that is there. Because right now, the era where we are, nobody is ready or wasting time for jokers. I appreciate you guys. The way you watch tells how far we are going. We will get there. Shalom. Peace.